has been a little bit since I've been on here, and I think you guys know why. I had a little baby. Today I'm going to share with you guys my labor and delivery story. I'm going to do a belly shot to see what it is looking like 2 weeks postpartum, and I'm going to introduce you to my newborn. So if you haven't already or you're new here, go ahead and subscribe please to my channel to keep up with me and David and Brinley and Bryson. Let's get on into it. So mom life. I guess I'll be back. Okay, sorry about that. He needed a diaper change and he needed to eat. Anyways, let's get started. So I was 40 weeks pregnant, and I went to my doctor and they told me that they were going to induce me if I didn't go. She's so loud. If I didn't go into spontaneous labor by the time that my induction would come. So that was June 18th when they told me that they were going to induce me the 21st. So I didn't go into spontaneous labor. So I went in at 6 o'clock on June 21st. And as soon as I got there, they started me up on Pitocin and gave me a ball and just wanted to see if my body was gonna kind of do it itself. After they put me on the Pitocin, it was probably about an hour, so about 7:30, something like that. My doctor came in and he checked me. I was still at a 3.4, and he decided to break my water. So probably around 7:30 or 8 o'clock, they broke my water. And then right after that, my contractions started like getting really strong, and I was like, oh my gosh, these are so strong. And it just like started, and I was super worried, and I was like, okay, am I gonna be able to get the medicine like this soon? Because I just started having contractions, but they were so bad, like they were getting really bad. So I toughed it out for a little bit, and I told David, I was like, okay, I'll tough it out. Like, this is really, really rough, but it's okay. So the baby, he flipped again. So I think I told you guys he was upside down and not breech, but sunny side up. So it causes back labor because their head and stuff is pushing on your spine. And so I was having really bad back contractions, and those are like way worse than regular contractions. Hi, Bryn. So, yeah, I was having back contractions, and that was why I wanted. Yeah, baby. Is this your baby brother? Yes, good girl. You so sweet.
Baby.
Yeah.
Hi.
Say hi. Come down here.
Hey.
Come down so you can see your face. You're sitting on the baby. Okay. Nice. It's good. Okay. We're just gonna deal with her baby. No, I don't. Bryn, go play with your toys. No, you just ate. Hey, go play with your toys. Oh, you're so heavy. Go play. Anyways, I was having back contractions, so I told my doctor that and the nurses and stuff, and they were like, okay, so we're gonna check and make sure that the baby didn't flip again. And he did, so he was sunny side up. So they had me do hands and knees, get on my hands and knees for my contractions, which was so painful. I was like screaming in pain. It was really, really bad. So I decided at that point I needed the epidural. So I called my nurse, and it's probably only been like an hour. It was probably like 9:30, maybe 10 o'clock. And my doctor came in and he was, or no, not my doctor, my nurse came in and she was like, okay, I called for the epidural, but they are, the doctor and the anesthesiologist are downstairs doing an emergency C-section, so they're probably going to be here in about 40 minutes. And I was like, oh my God, I cannot wait 40 minutes. And so I had to push through. So my doctor I keep saying my doctor, but it's my nurse. My nurse said she could give me some other form of medicine, but it would slow things down. It probably would only just take the edge off, and it would affect him. So I was like, okay, I'll just deal with it. I'll go through the pain. It's fine and stuff. So I think it was probably like 30 minutes went by, and the anesthesiologist finally got there, and he came in and they checked me, and I went from a... You can play with these here. Just don't drop the whole geez, 2 kids is hard. The anesthesiologist came in and they checked me, and I was already at an 8. And so they were like, my anesthesiologist, he was like, okay, I would feel much more comfortable giving you a spinal instead of the epidural, because you're gonna deliver within the hour, and the epidural or the spinal will wear off in about 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half. And then if I got the epidural, then I would be super duper numb, and it would just be really hard for me to push and stuff. So I was like, okay, whatever. So he gave me the spinal, and I felt so much better. I didn't feel anything for a long time, and then I started feeling my contractions again, and the reason that I was at an 8 and I was staying at an 8 was because he was still upside down, so I had to, like, you know, do hands and knees and stuff to try and get him to turn, and he wouldn't turn. And then probably an hour and a half goes by, and I start feeling my contractions again, like 100%, and I was still at an 8. And so the doctor was like, or my nurse, she was like, oh, like, I did not want this to happen. I was worried this was gonna happen. Like, you're gonna have to deliver with no meds. And I was like, oh my God, no. And so they had me do hands and knees, and these are like full on contractions to where I'm dilated to an 8 or 9, like bad contractions. They were so painful, and hitting me on my hands and knees was making them even more painful. But finally he flipped, and then I went from an 8 to a 10. And I was pushing like this entire time. I was like, I have to push. And like, even though I really didn't, it's just like your body, it just felt like you had to push. And so I was like pushing, and then my doctor came in and he like looked at me and stuff, and he was like, I think you're still at a 9, like I don't think it's time to push. And then he was like watching me and watching like down there, and I started drowning, and he was like, oh. I was like, yeah, like the baby's coming, I have to push. And so he put on his like stuff and got the table ready and everything, and I was pushing away. I pushed for 25 minutes, and then he came, and yeah, it was real painful, but I am really happy that it happened the way that it did, because I wasn't trying to push for any longer than that. And I know that if I would have had the epidural, I still would have been really numb. I wouldn't have known when to push. It would have prolonged my labor and everything. So yeah, I'm glad that it happened the way it did. They did give me a episiotomy, which same thing happened with Brinley. If you don't know what that is, it's where, you know, you're pushing the baby out and the baby's not coming out, so they snip you. So yeah, he did do that, and that really freaking hurt too. But I would much rather get an episiotomy than tear, because it's like a clean cut, clean stitches, and you heal. Your healing process isn't faster, but it's like easier. It's less painful whenever you have an episiotomy. So I'm happy that they did that. And he was 8 pounds 1 ounce, which Brinley was 6 pounds, 5 ounces. So, I mean, that's a little rude, but whatever. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Brinley wants to be the center of attention at all times, so. Yeah, that is my labor and delivery story. That's pretty much it. I might have left a few things out because, you know, whenever you're in that situation, you don't really remember exactly what's going on at the time. And also, I wanted to do a labor and delivery vlog, but once I started having like really bad contractions, like I didn't want to have David go get the camera out of the car. I didn't want to have all of that to think about while I was trying to push out a baby. So, I mean, I hope you guys understand that there isn't a labor and delivery vlog, but I just couldn't do it. I give props to everybody who does, because that is too much to think about, especially because like I feel like I watch all of these labor and delivery videos and stuff on YouTube, and nobody's in as much pain as I am. Everybody gets to get the epidural. I don't understand why both times I had to get the freaking spinal and it wore off. Like, how rude. But, you know, I'm a happy camper. I have a beautiful baby boy and a beautiful baby girl, and I'm done. But, yeah, that's the story. The long-awaited labor and delivery story. And now I'll introduce you to La Baby. This is Bryson. Let's see, how am I gonna do this? He can't hold his head up, so. Can you say hi? Can you say hi? Say hi, Bubby Bubs. No, you're gonna be shy. Say hi. I'm 2 weeks postpartum, so he's huge. So sorry you guys didn't get to see him as like a baby newborn. But yeah, he's got blue eyes just like his daddy and his sister, of course. And he is such a good baby. I'm trying to. Oh. Stretch. He makes the funniest faces. He makes the funniest faces. I love him so much. He's probably at least 10 pounds now. He's a chunky monkey. He eats constantly. It's her nap time, so yeah. So yeah, that's the story. I am going to be recording everything postpartum here soon, and that'll be a fun video. TMI video, but you know, those are the best, right? So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, my belly. Okay, I'll give you guys a belly update. Let me put him in his string. Oh. Okay, I had to move you guys because you weren't gonna be able to see my belly from where you were. So yes, I'm in sweatpants because I am a mom of 2 and all I do is stay home all the time. So, first things first, I am not exercising. I'm only 2 weeks postpartum, so be kind. My belly does not look great. All I'm doing for exercise is breastfeeding, and I know that burns a ton of calories, and that helps you get back to your pre-pregnancy weight pretty fast. I'm past my pre-pregnancy weight already. Whenever I first had him, I dropped pretty much past my pre-pregnancy weight, and then with breastfeeding and stuff the past couple weeks, I've lost even more weight. So before I got pregnant, I was 143 pounds. I was disgusting, I know, ew. while I was pregnant, I was 162 pounds. Like when I delivered, I was 162 pounds. I am currently 135 right now. Yeah, I'm drinking nothing but water pretty much. I am eating really healthy. David and I got a home gym, so we are both just trying to keep the weight off and stuff. Because going places like the gym with 2 kids is pretty hard. So, yeah, sorry for talking 10 years, but I mean, I just wanted to explain a little bit. Get down, you're going to fall. So, this is my tummy. I have one stretch mark here and a little one here. Oh, can you guys see? Yeah, it's pretty squishy, especially like in the middle right here. It's really squishy. I have a lot to get rid of, but I'm pretty happy with where I am right now, especially since how before I even got pregnant, I was 143 pounds, which is the heaviest that I've ever been not pregnant. Like, that's disgusting. David and I just kind of let go. We didn't really try and diet. We didn't really try and work out because we had Brinley, and we thought that, sorry, I don't know how to do my makeup. Don't mind me. Get out of there. Yeah, we thought that it was gonna be hard with one kid, but we have a home gym now, so as soon as I'm cleared to work out, I'm going to start working out again, and I'm gonna go on walks and stuff. I haven't been on any walks or anything since I have been postpartum. My postpartum recovery, I mean, I'll talk more about it in my next video, but it's been really good. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I'm so sorry that I didn't record the labor and delivery. I hope you understand, but I will record anything you guys want me to, so please let me know in the comments what you want to see next, or DM me. You have all my social media will be at the end of this video, and I'll put it in the description box below as well. So yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you soon.